evening, and good morning. It's nice for me to be back. It's my channel, Smarty and Sexy. In this video, we're talking about why Filipinos are fond of borrowing money. Fond, F-O-N-D, fond. So we'll talk about this problem here in Philippines, part of the culture, tradition, behavior. So before I start, I will flex my hat. Do you look pretty of this hat? It's a Philippine made, proudly Philippine product, a local product. It's really nice, and I use it every time I clean outside, to protect from me from the sun, protect from me from the rain. So let's do start for topic for today. Our topic is about why Filipinos are fond of borrowing money. So it's very common to hear this among Pinoys. Can I borrow some money? I promise to you I will return it once my payday arrives. But so many paydays have already gone, but you have not yet paid back. Filipino, small lies. I believe the reason why borrowing money so popular here in Philippines is because this has already become tradition. It's part of the tradition. You cannot change it. It's from the root. So parents have a huge influence on their children. So if their lifestyle has been one of the borrowing money and that, their children would most likely following their steps. This reminds me of when kids playhouse and sometimes add a mini role playing, as mom said, "Kids, it's time to eat. Can you borrow 2 cans of sardines from Aling Puring store?" It may sound funny, but it does happen in reality. Yes, it happened. It's not just a joke. It's not just a quote or slogan. Okay? It has become difficult to change this practice because we already become so accustomed to it. While there are others who are fond of borrowing because they think that they deserve a reward after all the hard work they put into their jobs. When their payrolls arrives, they spend on things that they want to satisfy their craving for reward. They spend on drinking at all you can and all kind of gadgets which is not very important or needs. They don't stop to consider investing towards achieving their long-term goals and making this their reward. They always want to be rewarded for each and every action they do. It is okay to give into your wants once in a while, for as long as the money you use for it is extra income and it is not the money came from your basic needs. I agree. I am very agree 100%. And the other reason, just plain lazy. I agree. I know most of foreigners out there, they agree also. Just comment down below if I'm telling the truth. Some folks simply do not want to go through a little difficulty in life, so they depend on others. And that is true also. They want it easy and want to live in extravagance and leisures at the expenses of their love. Who do all the work to earn money to sustain their impractical lifestyle. These people just want to live comfortable but don't want to work for it. It is easier for them to just borrow money, but oftentimes spend it on gambling, thinking luck might be on their side at this time. In the end, they will just sink deeper and deeper in debt. And that is totally true, 100% without a doubt. Always borrowing money, but they really don't know how to pay for it in a good way. It is what it is, part of the culture. And yet for this person, this is normal. This lifestyle is okay. His mindset is that it doesn't matter if I'm lazy, as long as I'm comfortable and I am not feeling exhausted. It is what it is. Let's not forget that the root of cause of a person, habit, and borrowing money could be pride. Pride. Okay. They would rather borrow money, especially when they need to celebrate an important family like birthday, mm, weddings, anniversary, something like that. Just because they don't want others to perceive them as poor. It does not matter if you do not have enough cash or if where they will get that money to pay it later, as long as they are able to show that they have the capacity to put up on a grand celebration or fancy celebration. Excuse me, my eyes is itchy. Okay, they don't want to admit that they have limits to their own resources. They always think of what others people will say. They are self-absorbed. People who would rather beg for money from others just so they get what they want and they don't get humiliated because of lack of money. They are just some of the reasons why Filipinos are fond of borrowing money. If you want to break out the rut of debt, you need to change everything. Break the tradition. Refuse to follow the wrong practices that you were raised with you. If you don't have much money, be brave, be honest. You have to tell the truth. The truth will set you free. I agree with that also. Aim for the long-term rewarded. Focus on making your long-term goal as your reward. Focus on making your financial status stable. If you find it difficult, remind yourself of this long-term reward that is waiting for you at the end of the finish line, which is lasting happiness. Are you agree with that, guys? Comment down below. Be hardworking. It is more enjoyable if the money you spend comes from your own blood and sweat. Change your mindset too. It doesn't matter if I get exhausted along the way, as long as it helps for me to get my goal. Next, be humble. Admit that you need to improve. The only thing permanent in this world is change. While there is a life, change will always exist to make life better, easier. Think, reflect, apply. Are you ready to break the tradition of borrowing money so that you won't continue to sink deeper and deeper in debt? Do you consider achieving your long-term goals as the more important reward? Are you willing to put on effort into getting out and staying out of debt? Big question mark. If you want, do it now. Be humble. Think, reflect, and apply. Be hardworking